Hey, it's Griffin, and here is the mark that I've been working on for you. I'm just going to give you a quick kind of 1-2 on what I did. You can tell that I changed the reg here, the foam, you know, take it off, whatever. It's just gloss black underneath there, but I like it, grippy. Anyways, so the pins that set the trigger activation point were rusted and locked into place. I put a little bit of WD-40 around them, let them sit for a bit, took a small wrench, and then loosened them up, so those are now adjustable. I still think that they're a little stripped on the front, so if you remove the trigger via this pin, it just slides right out. Then you can kind of twist the screws in the back to adjust how you need to. Right now I have it set to where the activation point is a little bit further back than where you had it, so it's a little less bouncy, which is, I mean, how I like them. These screws were rusted and in, so I got those replaced. The screws that hold the rail on to the bottom were stripped, but I ended up finding a comparable size Allen wrench and kind of pounding that in and then making sure that those are now in place. So if you ever do need to take this rail off for any reason, just make sure that you insert the Allen wrench all the way into the screws that are facing upwards through the rail, and then that's actually really good to go. Those are in good shape now. You can tell this eye cover was not messed with at all. This side, I don't know if you can see it, but this is the one that was rounded off. You can see these little grooves on the side here. Now you can just take a Phillips or a flathead screw and put it into that little slot, rotate that counterclockwise, and this will now pop off. The eyes that are in it are now 4C, so in order to test that, what it does is when it passes the first eye, there's two beams going across here, so when it passes the first eye, it allows the solenoid to pre-charge, so that by the time you've pulled the trigger, the ball is fully in place, so when you pull the trigger, the solenoid's already charged, so it'll increase the cycle time of your marker. So it gives you a little bit more efficiency and a little bit faster reaction time on that, and you'll have less breaks because it's got more information flying back and forth. When you have everything off, turn the gun on, put your finger in from the top very, very, very slowly. It'll turn to teal. That means that the top eye is activated, and when you put your finger all over the bottom, it'll turn to a dark blue. And I'm talking about the LED in the back here. That will tell you which color is going on, what the eyes are doing. The MacDev Gladiator that I put on it, the regulator that I swapped out, is along the style of the older Intimidator regulators. So you do not want to degas your marker throughout the day. With the original marks and all of the Generation 2 and 3 and actually 4 Intimidators, they didn't come with on-offs at all. You were just supposed to air your marker up at the beginning of the day and then take your tank off when you're done. So do not degas your marker throughout the day. You're going to want to reset this when you play. What I do is, I mean, I have this thing set up to like a ±2 over the chronograph. So it's a super consistent regulator. But make sure that you fully depressurize it after every day of play, because it will reset itself when you regas. So for this one, clockwise is down. We're just screwing it in is down and out is up. Alright? And I'm going to show you how to chronograph that right now. Right now it's set to pretty much 0. This tank has about 850 to 900 pounds coming out of the regulator. Yours may be a little bit lower, maybe a little bit higher. Depending on that, I will ship the gun with the air blocked off, just in case you have a lower tank gun and you screw it on so that you don't have any air issues. So just chronograph this when you get it, and that'll be your regulator setting. Just remember how many turns it is, and that'll be a good indicator for you. So let's turn the gun on. Alright. Alright, cycles through the colors. Flashing green means there's nothing in there. Got the rotor going. Alright, this should work. There we go. So right now you can hear the solenoid clicking. There's no air. Turn the reg up. There we go. Alright, got the LPR set for this regulator. And here we go. Alright, out of paint, everything's all set up. You are good to go. I'll get this shipped out as soon as I can.